The city of Clarkston is famous for being synonymous with opportunity for refugees arriving in Georgia. 2 small rooms on the 3rd floor of the Clarkston International Bible Church are home to another of the city's opportunities for refugees to socialize, establish a sense of community, and support their families in their new homes.
Target at night?
Target 5 o'clock.
Okay.
11.
The Refugee Sewing Society, created in 2008 by Kathy Palmer, a novelist and missionary who spent much of her adolescence in Kenya, provides an opportunity for refugee women to make money as they work to acclimate to their new communities. 60% of the money made on products sold go directly to the individual who made the product. The other 40% pays the bills associated with the space and purchases appropriate supplies. And while the income fluctuates, says Society Director Lori Smith, the sales have their seasons.
We moved about $10,000 worth of merchandise in the first 9 days of December because of the Christmas selling season.
But Smith says what's far more important is the community, ministry, and support system created for the women involved.
Recently, one of the ladies who has Christian family and Muslim family lost a relative, so we were able to stop and pray together. And in the room we had Christian, Muslim, Hindu, Ethiopian Orthodox.
Though Smith has only been working as director since September, she swells with pride as she describes the growth and consistency of attendance of the organization. From the first day of its existence,
No one came the first day.
to today's 25 consistent women, the society and its local reputation have grown immensely. They sew, braid, jewel, and bead clothing, quilts, dolls, bracelets, necklaces, and other accessories, often using materials brought back by mission and church volunteers from some of the women's home countries. And despite the women's personal commitment to their work and the acceptance of an occasional bulk order, Smith says the Sewing Society is focused on the women first, not production first.
I had a SCAD design student come in yesterday, and she wants us to make a silk shirt, and she's extremely particular about everything. The stress of that is beyond what we would do here, because then that flips it to a business with strict guidelines and away from the ministry.
But the Refugee Sewing Society is not without its teaching opportunities. Smith says her goal with each of the women is to challenge them to take initiative and take ownership of their work and abilities.
I always laugh when somebody like Damba will ask me for zipper color or thread color, and they've been here for so many years and they've been doing this for so long that my goal is to get them to kind of take ownership of that and be empowered to do that on their own.
What Smith and other numerous volunteers repeat time and time again is that the refugee women are the Refugee Sewing Society. Too often, says Smith, refugees and their families are used to make a statement when all they want is to belong to the community they're in.
When do they stop saying a refugee from? Like, I don't think I'd want to be called a refugee for years.
What it comes down to is this, says Smith.
It's a community of women who can overcome cultural and even religious barriers and support each other. So
It's a ministry, it's a community, more than a business.